Hi, this is DeeDee Lake with CrossRiver Media Publishing, and today I have the privilege and the honor to be with Sally Cressman. And I'm so excited that Zoom is such an amazing thing. We get to see each other from across the country. So, how are you doing, Sally?
I am doing great. I actually found out some really good news yesterday. Uh, I am going to be a grandma. So I am on cloud nine. Yeah, but trying to keep that a secret, but they made it public yesterday. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm excited.
It's your first grandchild?
It is.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
both
Welcome
on both sides. Yeah,
Welcome to the club. Best club ever to be in. I love being a Nana. Yep, yep.
that's what I
When
hear.
when my grandkids call me Nana, it's like the best day ever. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Well, congratulations. That's very exciting.
thank
So
you.
Sally, you are one of our 30 authors that is part of the Abba's Lessons devotional. And it's the fifth book in the Abba series that we have at Cross River. But this one is coming out in October of 2023. So we're excited that you're part of that. And the title for yours is called The Mind, no, Keep the Will to Finding the Will to Keep Working, right? And
Yeah.
I totally resonated with you because I too am a swim mom. Thought I was, but I have two kids and they're 4 years apart. One's a boy, one's a girl. And so we would have to go to different meets on the same day, in the same place. So they were like 8, 9 hours. You were at these places dying. If you've not been in a swim meet, you don't understand that humidity gets in there. And the kids are great. They get to get in the pool, they get to wet, and you're like dying.
Yeah,
Is that your experience?
that is definitely my experience. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, "Just let me jump in the pool."
Yeah.
So anyway, we don't wanna give away your whole story, but later in life, you decide, "You know what? I'm gonna do something different and learn to swim correctly," the way the kids do when they're swimming. Proud of you. I have yet to do that myself. I've taken swimming lessons when I was a kid, but, I'm thinking I need to actually learn how to swim. But one of the things that you wrote in your story, I wrote the whole thing down. It says, let me quote you. It says, "God delights in giving us courage and strength when we need it, when we need, whenever we take a step of faith. So He gives us the strength and courage. When we do, He is sure to follow with even more assignments." And isn't that true? Like, oh, we finally got over this task. Have you found that to be true with yourself?
Oh my gosh, yes. So there's so many times that I just lived in fear and I didn't want to take that step of faith. But when I started doing that, then I would get this peace and he would just give me more and more things to do. And as a writer, you're constantly every time you put an article out there and people read it, you're like, is anybody going to read it or what are they going to think? Or
Yeah.
so it's very vulnerable to put yourself out there in the writing. And in this case, it was swimming to go to a pool where everybody knew how to swim and I was just learning. So yeah, it's intimidating, but gosh, when you ask God for the help and that will to keep working, he really is faithful to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. We both have experienced some changes of moving and becoming grandparents and grandmas. So yeah, life is good that way because God really is in those moments, those hard places. God meets us there, gives us strength and courage if we just take that step. So yeah, your devotional is so good. I think people are really going to love it, and it'll resonate, I think, with a lot of people because fear does hold us back. How
Mhm.
often does that happen? I mean, it's not just you, right? I would imagine you've seen other people with the same issues.
Oh yeah, I see it in my kids, and so I mean, honestly, I want to show them like, look, at my age, I can do new things. Like I can learn to swim at 55. I have a book coming out, and I'll be 60 next year. So in my 60s rather, and so I want them to see that you can push past that fear. That God will help you in that and that they can do that too. So I'm doing it partly for them to show them, and also me, obviously, and then those who read, will see that you can teach an old dog new tricks.
That's right. That's right. Uh, so tell us, you have a book coming out, and you think it's be March at this point, and the title for that, the working title.
Yes, so I have so besides doing devotionals and articles and things, I've really been working hard to get a children's book published. And so again, here's that fear thing where you have to get past being rejected. I've been rejected over and over and over. And but finally got a contract. I actually have a couple book contracts with Red and Bear Books, and it's a new imprint under Endgame Press. But anyway, it's a children's book, an Easter book, and it looks at the resurrection, that the morning of the resurrection, and how it's all quiet and people are mourning and creation's mourning, and how creation comes alive, and there's just this joy in realizing that Jesus is alive and resurrected. So yeah, that's coming out in March 5th next year. Yeah,
It's
and I've
hard to
been
get a
seeing
children's
some
book.
illustrations on it, and it's adorable. So yeah.
Awesome. It's hard to get a book published, a children's book, I mean, especially. That's a hard market to dive into. So congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank
So if
you.
people want to look you up, where can they find you?
Sure. I am on Facebook, just Sally Cressman. I'm on Instagram. I'm actually S.A. Cressman there. And then I have a website, sallycressman.com, and you can look at that. I have some articles on for families and mostly moms and kind of kid related. And then I have there's a few recipes on there too. And also if they'll sign up on the email list, they'll start receiving things about the book and all that, and some other goodies and freebie things. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and also for sending in your devotional. I think people are going to be blessed when they read it. And again, it comes out in October. It's called Abba's Lessons, and that's with CrossRiver Media or on Amazon too. You'll be able to get a book. Well, you take care, and I'm sure we'll see each other again very soon.
All right. Thanks, DeeDee.